everyone and welcome back to our channel. So we took a short 3-day trip to Wayanad, and in this video I'll be sharing the details of our road trip. So let's dive in. We left Bangalore early in the morning to beat the traffic rush, and we planned several stops along the way, aiming to reach Wayanad by evening. It's a beautiful drive and we will be passing through Mysore and Bandipur. The journey is approximately 280 kilometers and it will take us around 6 to 7 hours. And we started from Bangalore on the Bangalore-Mysore highway, which is one of the most scenic and well-maintained highways. The route cuts through some beautiful towns and villages. It passes through towns like Ramanagaram and Mandya. We are around 80 kilometers into the trip and it's time for our first break. It was only 7 am and we were already hungry. The route had so many great breakfast spots, and we decided to stop at this Madhur Tiffany. This time our neighbor friends were also traveling with us, though their trip was a last minute plan. We couldn't plan the stay together, but we thought we would at least cover the journey together both the ways. This breakfast point is in Shivapura in the Bangalore-Mysore highway, and we are back on the road in 45 minutes heading towards Mandya, which is about 20 kilometers away. The road gets a bit busier as we approach the town. Also, Mandya is where the Mysore road intersects with the road to Wayanad, so we can expect some traffic but nothing much. The stretch before reaching Mysore is smooth and passes through some small towns with a few toll booths along the way. As we approach Mysore, the roads are usually not too congested, but there can be traffic jams near the bus stand, the Mysore Palace area or the main market area. From Mysore, continuing south in NH 766, we took the Mysore Chamrajnagar road and it passes through some small towns and villages. The road is good, but it can get a bit narrow in certain stretches. We made our second stop at Chamrajnagar just to stretch our legs and grab a quick tea break. After that, we headed to Gundlupet. So Mysore to Gundlupet is approximately 45 kilometers. Gundlupet is where we took a longer pause, about an hour, because we couldn't resist visiting these stunning sunflower gardens. The entry fee is minimal, just around 50 rupees per vehicle. It was our first time walking among these beautiful sunflowers. It was peaceful and everything around looked like a painting. The photos we took also came out gorgeous. Once we soaked in the beauty of the flowers, we continued on our way towards Bandipur. We have crossed the Bandipur Wildlife Sanctuary many a times now for our road trips, and every time it feels like a fresh experience. The route itself is breathtaking. Lush green forest, winding roads, and occasional glimpse of wildlife. The gates are open from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. So if we are passing through during these hours, we might catch sight of some wildlife crossing the road. Unfortunately, this time we couldn't, but our previous vlog of the road trip from Ooty to Bangalore, we could spot many of them. We might also need to slow down or even stop for a brief check near to the forest areas. We are heading towards Wayanad and on the last stretch now from Bandipur to Wayanad. This is approximately 35 kilometers and we will be driving through more forest areas. We hit NH212 which takes us through the heart of Kerala, passing right through the Wayanad Wildlife Sanctuary. As for the entry rules, Wayanad Wildlife is open to public from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. The vehicles are not allowed inside the sanctuary after 5 p.m. as the area is considered a protected zone. There are a few checkpoints along the way where the forest officials ensure the vehicle comply with the sanctuary rules. The road conditions on NH212 are generally good except for a few narrow and winding stretches. We then reach Sultan Bathri, which is the main town here in Wayanad. This is approximately 10 to 12 kilometers from the wildlife sanctuary. Here we also took a small stop for lunch. They have well maintained road, but we can expect some slow moving traffic here. We booked our stay for the first 2 days at the Jungle View Resort, which is around 55 kilometers away from the Sultan Bathri. So after lunch, we continued our journey, and the route was a bit rough and narrow, especially around 4 kilometers before we reached the resort, which made us a bit uncertain about the place. However, once we arrived, it turned out to be much nicer than we expected. If you are someone who enjoys quiet time away from the crowd, this is the perfect spot. The only downside was the tricky 4 kilometer stretch. I will share more details about this beautiful lesser known resort in my next vlog. Definitely a hidden gem that's worth visiting. For now, we are wrapping up this road trip. I hope you enjoyed watching, and if there's anything you want to know regarding the road trip, please let me know in the comments. Stay tuned for more of our Wayanad adventures. I'll see you very soon in my next vlog. Till then, bye and take care.